This is a Photoshop tutorial to create some cubes for color study. Open a new document, 11 by 8.5 at 200 dpi, RGB color, and then change the style for your rectangular marquee to a fixed ratio so you can make a nice square. Pour a saturated color into that square on its own layer. Any color that you want to choose. Duplicate that layer, pull that one above the other, and then create a tint for the one on top because that's your light source. And then fill that with the paint bucket so that it is a tint. Go to the Edit pull-down menu, distort perspective and scale so that you can create the illusion of a cube sitting on a table. You'll then have the ability to duplicate that cube over and over and over and over, change the size, change the scale, change the color. You'll go into the hue, saturation, and lightness and adjust it so that it can have many lives. Create a background of some sort, a tabletop that your study will reside upon. Make sure those colors that you're choosing are going to work together well. You want them to separate well, integrate well, all that stuff. You want a sense of light. And then just find places. So these are the 1-point perspective cubes. The next thing you're going to be doing is creating shadows for those 1-point perspective cubes, which will be sampling the area of the cube where the shadow is being cast, either the cube or the tabletop. Then you'll be able to also create 2-point perspective cubes. So you'll be creating one side first on one layer, fill it with a saturated color. Use the skew tool to kind of make the illusion of the sides of the cube moving back in space. Duplicate that, move it over to the left and transform it so that it's flipped. Then pull down some rulers in the correct places so that your polygonal lasso tool has a place to land at the perfect intersections for the top edge of your 2-point perspective cube. Find the correct intervals that make sense. You might want to put the numbers into the percentage on your cube so that's 100% and you understand what percentage you're at with your tints and your shades. You can do that and keep that relatively consistent throughout your studies. And again, so now you have 2-point perspective cubes and you have 1-point perspective cubes. Now you can duplicate them, you can group them, you can move them around, you can change the colors of the background. You can now have a lot of fun making your studies and creating compositions that are interesting.